Living next to Looscanagh near Kenmare can be nice if you have a telephone. Living and running a business there can be one big headache if you don't. Frank Moynahan has this problem. Frank, Pigeon Post is no longer with us. What made you try this idea?
Well, when you live in a place like this where there isn't any telephone service, you have to come up with something to make communication with your nearest town.
I see. And what's it like living here and working here without a telephone?
Trying to run a business of living here without a telephone is extremely difficult, for the simple reason being that to anybody it can happen that you can run out of food, you can run out of anything during the day, and if you could make contact with Killarney or with Kenmare or any of the two towns, there would be somebody passing, the usual people like the postman or somebody is always passing, they would be able to bring the stuff to you. And this would make my job much easier here if I could make some form of communication with any of those two towns.
Well, how hard did you really try to get a telephone?
Well, in 1968, when we bought this pub, I applied to the Department of Post and Telegraphs for a telephone, and they said that it would cost something in the region of 35 to 40,000 pounds to bring a telephone over the mountains here.
I see. And is this more than your premises is worth?
Well, I think the premises would be sold for about 45,000 pounds.
Okay, and now you're going into this harebrained idea, Pigeon Post.
Yes, well, the thing is, I know this has been tried in England very, very successfully, because sometime last year a gentleman came in here looking to use my telephone, and when I told him he didn't have any, he then told me that he actually rears pigeons, homing pigeons, that will carry messages from point A to point B. So we discussed it at length, and I decided that I would give it a try, and that I would take one of the pigeons from him. The cost of the pigeon will be £35 delivered here to me, and I can send that pigeon from here to Killarney, and he will take any message from me and bring back a message as well.
Frank, are you really serious about this?
Oh, I am very serious. I am. Actually, if you like to come down here next February, I'll show you the pigeon in action.
Well, what are you going to do once you have the pigeon here?
Well, it's easy. I believe it's easy to train him because all I have to do is put him in my car, take him down to Aghadoe Heights Hotel, which is our associate company, and let him familiarise himself with the area there, bring him back up here again, and after a few excursions like this, he'll be able to make it off on his own.